Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed the basic concept of relative velocity. As we have studied in the concept of relative velocity, that relative velocity of body A with respect to B, it is taken as VA minus VB, that is symbolically, and it is taken as the time rate of change of position of one object with respect to another. If the bodies are moving in the same direction, either along left or right, whatever be the direction, if the bodies are moving along same direction, then relative velocity of one body with respect to another, it is taken as the difference of the individual velocity. Suffix which is coming earlier, that velocity will come earlier, and the suffix which is coming later, that will come later. And if the bodies are moving in opposite direction, in that particular case, we have concluded that the velocity, relative velocity of one body with respect to another can be obtained by taking the sum of independent individual velocities. We have also derived the expression for relative velocity, where we have find out that x2 minus x1 is x0 2 minus x0 1 plus v2 minus v1 into t, where if we are taking x2 minus x1 as x and x0 2 minus x0 1 as x0, so we can represent this same relation in this manner. From here we can calculate the value of relative velocity of second body with respect to first, that is, as per the equation, it will come out to be x minus x0 upon t. So this is the definition, the basic definition of relative velocity, the time rate of change of position of time, rate of change of position of one object with respect to another. This is taken as relative velocity. So I hope till this point you have cleared all the concepts. If you still have any doubt, you can ask me. Now, on the basis of this concept, we will discuss the position time graph. What is a graphical representation of relative velocity? As first of all, if we take the case, if the two bodies which are moving, they are having the same speed. In that particular case, we can say v1 minus v2 or v2 minus v1. Both will be equal to 0. Simple mathematical step. Now, as per this above equation, we will use the condition in this equation. Let me take it as equation 1. So, if we will substitute this value in equation 1, what we will get that x minus x0 upon t will be equal to 0 because it is v2 minus v1. So, v2 minus v1 is 0. So, from here you can take that x minus x0 will be 0 by cross multiplying. Now, x is equal to x0. So now, what does it signifies? I will just substitute the values. X was equal to x2 minus x1. x0 was equal to x0 2 minus x0 1. What does it mean? That means if this was the initial position of first body, this is the initial position of second body, this is the final position of first body, this is the final position of second body. So, if we will represent position time graph, see, this is x01, this is x02. It means some fixed separation distance between the two bodies just at the starting time. And if this condition is fulfilled, then as the body is in moving it with uniform speed, so you will take, now you can see the graph which is coming out, which is a straight line. Why? Because we have taken the body is moving with, either one body is moving with velocity v1 and the second is moving with velocity v2. So if first body is moving with velocity v1 and second body is moving with uniform speed or velocity v2, so this particular expression indicate that the separation between the bodies even after different interval of time will be same as with the initial displacement, initial gap between the bodies. You can see here, if this gap is small, this whatever be the gap, that is x01 minus x021, this separation between the positions of the two bodies will remaining to be the same. This is the significance. This is simply not as its graphical representation. You have to understand that what information you are getting from it. I am repeating, as x01 is giving the position of first body at t equal to 0. x02 is a position of the second body at the same time. Now, as first body is continuously moving with the same speed, so graph will be a straight line. Second body is continuously moving with the same another speed, that is v2, then it will be a straight line. Here one condition is given, v1 is equal to v2, the graph will be parallel lines. You have to learn this point. So if you will remember this point, that the graph will be straight line when the two bodies are moving with the same speed, then these will be equidistant, and hence separation between the bodies will always be remain to be same. I hope this graph is clear to you. Now, if we are taking second point related with this graph, suppose I want to represent another form. If we are saying that the separation between the two bodies is remaining to be same at each and every instant. Actually, the main graph is this one. This graph is only indicating that with the passage of time, the separation between the two bodies will remain to be constant. Suppose you can take an example, let the two cars are running with a speed of 40 km per hour. But they have started their motion at different positions, from different positions. Suppose you can take that in your street, there are two cars. One is just at the starting point. You can say that in your street, one is starting its motion from this A point, another is starting its motion from B point. Both are starting with the same speed. If this is the separation, initial separation between the two bodies before starting motion. So after time t, because they are moving with the same speed, there is no other factor which will be accelerating the motion. There is no factor which is responsible for increasing the speed. So here both will move with the same speed, so separation will remain to be the same. So after time t, if we will take, then both the bodies are moving with the same speed, and the separation should also be remaining to be the same, that is x. That's why in this graph we have represented this line. This is just for understanding, because here significance should be clear that this is indicating that constant value. If this is x0, this x0, that means x02 minus x01. At every point, this separation remain to be the same. This is indicated in this graph. Another form for this graph. Actually, if you have been asked to draw the graph for position, draw the position time graph when the two bodies are moving with the same speed, then you have to draw this graph. This is another form of this graph. Now, coming to the second situation. If we are taking V2 is greater than V1, that means second body is moving faster. If this second body is moving faster, then in that particular case, you can take V2 minus V1. If V1 will come on this side, this factor will be greater than 0. If this factor will be greater than 0, then as per the equation 1 we have taken. See, as per this equation, if this factor is greater than 0, what does it mean? X minus x0 upon t is greater than 0. Means x minus x0 is greater than 0. So x is greater than x0. This is the main point which you have to understand. In the previous case, when V1 was equal to V2, you have concluded that x was equal to x0. But here, when V2 is greater than V1, simple, when you are shifting it to the left side, negative sign will come. V2 minus V1 will be greater than 0. As per equation 1, if you are substituting this value to be greater than 0, so this factor will come to be x minus x0 upon t will be greater than 0. Then t multiplying with 0 will be 0. So we are left with x minus x0 greater than 0. So we conclude that separation between the bodies will go on increasing. It means x2 minus x1 is greater than x02 minus x01. We can understand it with the help of example. See here, suppose body A and B are separated by a distance x naught. That can be maybe 1 kilometer or 3-4 meters, whatever be the small or larger gap between them. See, if A is moving with speed v2 and B is moving with speed v1, and condition is given v2 is greater than v1. Suppose, let me take one example, that it is 10 km per hour and it is 5 km per hour, and the separation, suppose we are taking 1 kilometer between these two, right? So if it is moving faster, then obviously the distance covered by it will be more as compared to this, so it will move and it will cover the distance smaller as compared to distance covered by body A. So if we will represent this concept on position time graph, you can think that this is x01 as first position of first body, x02 is the position of second body, that is the initial position, which as per this figure I have given the separation distance to be 1 kilometer. No need not to take such distance, this is for an example just to understand it. Now as it is moving with speed v2, it means its speed is more as compared to speed of another body, that is v1, so it means it will cover more distance. So although the graph will be a straight line, but both are moving with the speed that is uniform. This is v1, this is v2, but due to its increased speed it will cover more distance at a particular time. See, you can see here it is covering larger distance as compared to it. Why? Because here v2 is greater than v1. So separation will automatically go on increasing. Suppose a policeman and thief are running and the thief is running faster and ahead of policeman. So what will happen? The policeman will not be able to catch that thief. Why? Because thief is running faster. So that's why the same example I am giving here. So here you can see the separation distance between the two bodies will go on increasing if a head body is moving faster than the body that is behind. So this is the graphical representation when body 1 is moving faster, especially the body having velocity v2 is greater than v1, that is it is moving faster. Now the third case, if we are taking, if v2 is less than v1, automatically it means v1 is greater than v2. So now from this condition v2 minus v1 will be less than 0. So apply it, x minus x naught upon t less this is equal to, first of all I will take the same result, v2 minus v1. Now this is less than 0, so I will conclude that this will be less than 0. It implies, it means that x minus x naught is less than 0. Means x is less than x naught. That is x2 minus x1, the relative position difference between the two bodies after time t will be less than that of the relative distance between the bodies when the motion was started. You can understand it with the example, as the body A and B are moving with velocity v2 and v1. Now it has been taken as per this condition. Suppose it is taken to be 10 km per hour and it is taken to be 5 km per hour. This distance, fixed distance between these two. Now you can see it will continuously moving with the speed and it will cover some distance, but this body which is behind, at one point, because it is moving with larger velocity as compared to it, what will happen? That if after time t it has reached to this point, then it may be possible that this body moving with velocity v1, it will overtake it, it will move ahead. The same example you can take. Suppose a policeman and thief are running and the thief is running slowly. The policeman will be only able to catch the thief when it is moving faster. So it will overtake or cross it. So how can you represent this situation on the graph? Obviously position time graph we are taking. Initial position x01, x02. Now you can see here that as first body is moving faster, the graph will be represented by like this, giving it slow with velocity v1, and second body is moving slower, so it will having velocity v2. So they both will meet at a point. You can see that the first that the body which is moving with velocity or speed v1, it will cross, it will meet at this point, and if it has not to catch at this point, it will overtake and move forward. Now it will move faster and the second body will be leaving behind it. So main concept you have to understand here, actually the graphical representation can be asked for three possible conditions: when the two bodies are moving with the same speed, when the two bodies are moving with different speeds. So what kind of question can be there? See here. So it is very important concept that can be asked in the exam. Question can be, if the bodies are moving with same speed, draw their position time graph. So you can draw this kind of graph. You have to represent, because you have to represent motion of both the bodies. So position time graph for two bodies, that is their relative velocity with respect to each other when you are plotting, then this kind of graph will be there. Provided the condition is bodies are moving with the same speed, or when relative velocity. There can be another question. What can be the question? When relative velocity of first body with respect to second is 0. Draw position time graph for the case when relative velocity of first body with respect to second is 0, or relative velocity of second body with respect to first is 0. So in that case you have to draw this graph when relative velocity of the bodies is 0. But if it has been asked, then draw position time graph, or you can be asked to draw position time graph for the two bodies when relative velocities of one body with respect to second is non-zero. Relative velocity of one body with respect to second, or second body with respect to first, is non-zero. It means non-zero, it means there can be either V2 can be greater than V1, or it can be V1 can be greater than V2. If it is not specified that which particular case you have to draw, then either this case you can draw or this case you can draw. I am repeating, when it has been given the relative velocity of first body with respect to second is not 0. So any of the two cases you can specify, you can draw. Otherwise, if it has been given, if the second body is moving faster than first body, then you have to see, just represent the separation to be increasing. But if first body is moving faster, then the first body will overtake. It will meet at a particular point and then it will move further away from the second body. So in the concept of relative velocity, basically what you have to understand, the basic definition. Question can be derive an expression for relative velocity. Third, that is a graphical representation. This is important from the theoretical point of view. Now after this, next we will discuss numericals. Let me see how to solve numerical on the basis of this particular concept. Now coming to numerical, here see, two parallel tracks run north-south. North to south they are running. Train A moves north with a speed of 54 km per hour. Train B moves south with a speed of 90 km per hour. See, here you can, first of all, before giving this concept, I will just tell you the concept of direction. Then after that, I will come to the statement. See, how can you understand the concept of direction? As you have done maps in SST, you simply take, at the top of India map, you take north direction. At the bottom side, you take south direction. Here, where Calcutta is there, you take east direction. And towards Bombay, you take west direction. So, by this way, every student learn all the directions. But, if I want to rotate the direction, I can simply take, if this is the possible way, then this can also be possible. It can be, it doesn't mean that west is at the top. Just all these four directions can be interchangeable. We can take it in this direction. We have drawn it on the plane of paper. So either you have taken north direction as it is convenient to all. We all prefer to take north as the upward direction. But if somewhere I will draw this north direction like this, and south direction like this, towards left and right. Don't get confused. It is simply the direction pattern will be same. For our convenience, we can draw it in the horizontal direction also. Further, I will give you more detail about the direction when we will study the concept of vectors. First of all, coming to the numerical part first. So here two parallel tracks run from north to south, and train A and B are moving. One is moving towards north and other is moving towards south. What is the relative speed of B with respect to A? That's a very important point you have to see. First of all, from the first three lines, you can understand what are the directions of the bodies A and B. See, numerical part seems to be confusing, but don't worry about this. You have to go as per the statement. Now, both are moving in two opposite direction. So, relative velocity of B with respect to A, you have to calculate. Then, second point, relative velocity of ground with respect to B. You can see the ground is always at rest. So, what is the significance of getting relative velocity of ground? Here I will tell you how you can calculate relative velocity of ground. I have already discussed this point in the previous class. Another third point, velocity of a monkey running on the roof of train A against its motion with a velocity of 18 km per hour with respect to A, as observed by a man standing on the ground. See, first of all, I will explain first and second part, then I will come to the third part. As per the statement, let me take as I am taking north direction here and south direction here. You can take it in the vertical plane also. Here, two trains are moving. A is moving towards north and B is moving towards south. I have put vector sign. If you are not putting, if you are skipping it, you can directly draw it also, because this time I have not introduced the concept of vector, so you can leave this point till now, because we are discussing relative velocity in one dimension. If you draw like this, it is also okay, but if you have to represent here, as we are doing the concept without vector, so first of all I will explain it without vector sign. Now here, as both are moving in opposite direction, velocity of A is given to be 54 km per hour and velocity of B is given to be 90 km per hour. So, I always prefer to convert it into meter per second. You can go as such like this. I am converting it so that I will give you the idea of conversion. So, as see, in 1 kilometer, how many meters are there? 1000. In 1 hour, how many seconds are there? 3600. So when you will cancelling out, it is coming out to be 5 by 18. So now onward you can do that. If you have to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, you can simply multiply the term by 5 by 18. This is obtained from this. You can simply recall this point, remember this point. Now here when you will solve it, this comes out to be 15 meter per second. This will simplify the calculation. That's why I am converting it into meter per second. Otherwise, you can do it in kilometer per hour also. Second, now velocity of second body. This is also obtained to be, this is coming to be 25 meter per second. Now, first of all, we have to see which direction you will take to be positive. We are taking this direction to be positive. And obviously, this will be negative. See, when you are coming to this, if you plot the graph, what you take? Either to the origin, if you are taken to the right of origin, all measurements are positive. To the left of origin, all measurements are negative. Above origin, all measurements are positive. Below origin, all measurements are negative. So, when we are applying this concept here, as we have taken either in the right side, or if you are taking in the upward direction, this both will be positive and this opposite direction will be negative. So, direction of velocity B, VB, it should be negative. It should be minus. What is the significance of negative sign? That is opposite direction. We are taking the direction of A as standard direction. Now, as per the statement, what is the relative velocity of B with respect to A? See here, I have taken direction of A to be positive. If you take as per the statement direction of B to be positive, then its reverse we can be there. I am going as per the step I have given. I will just give the concept in the other manner also. See, this will be VB minus VA. As VB is taken to be minus 25 and VA is taken to be, this is taken to be 15 only. Minus is for this formula and 15 from this. So it will come out to be minus 40 meter per second. Because here we have taken the direction of A to be standard direction. But if you take direction of B to be standard direction, if you take this to be positive, then obviously direction of A will be negative. So in that case, you will take this positive and this will be negative. You can just take it like this. If I will take the reverse direction, VB will be positive. It depends upon our convenience, our sign convention. So VA will be minus 15 meter per second. So VBA, this will be VB minus. So when you are taking this, VB is 25 and VA, now it is minus, so minus 15. You can take it as, this is 40 meter per second. See the difference between this and this step. Basically the numerical value is same. We have obtained the relative velocity as sum of individual values, but there is a difference of negative sign. That is depending upon the convention we have chosen. So what does this negative sign indicate? I am going as per this convention because I have started as per this. This is for your understanding. You can proceed like this also. It will not make any wrong thing in it. Now as per this negative sign indicate to an observer in A, that is in train A. Train B appears to move with speed of 40 meter per second from north to south direction. Means to an observer, like an observer is in train A and B is also moving in the opposite direction. So for that observer, B is moving in a direction north to south with a speed of 40 meter per second. Because for that observer, it will not appear to be at rest. Actually, both are moving with particular speed, but another body he will find to be moving in a particular direction. Now, second part, as it has been asked to find relative velocity of ground with respect to B. Relative velocity of ground with respect to B. How can we represent it symbolically? Vg minus Vb. Now for ground, speed is taken to be 0. Why? Because Earth is appearing to be at rest to us. We do all the measurement with respect to Earth, and for we all, Earth is taken as a reference point. That speed of Earth is 0. So here it will be, you can take it as VGB is equal to 0 minus. As per the previous concept we have taken, you can see here direction we have taken to be negative, minus 25. So here it will be minus 25, minus plus 25 meter per second. That means ground velocity with respect to person in train B or with respect to a train B, that is comes out to be 25 meter per second. It means if train B is moving in this direction, for an observer in train B, Earth appear to move with the same speed of 25 meter per second but in the opposite direction. What we are getting? Actually, ground at rest. Ground is at rest position, but person, or you can say train, is moving in this direction. So now for an observer, actually the train is moving forward. So for that, what will appear? That ground is moving in the opposite direction. With what speed? That is the speed which we have calculated. You can analyze it that whenever you are going in your car or bike, and when you are just looking at the surrounding tree, building, shops, you are moving in one direction, and that building, tree or any shop that is appearing to move in the opposite direction. Reason same. Because actually that is a stationary. That tree, that shop, that building, all are stationary. We are moving forward. But for us, it is also giving the impression that the ground, the body that is moving in the opposite direction. This is simply just the concept we are correlating. What is the significance of this step? Now coming to its third point, that is a point which we have to see very carefully. What is this concept was? Velocity of monkey. See here, I am again drawing the diagram. A is moving from, that is A is moving towards north and B is moving towards south with speed VB. So now velocity of a monkey running on the roof of train A. Here one monkey is present and this is running in which direction? As train is moving in this direction, monkey is running in the opposite direction. Velocity of a monkey running on the roof of train A against its motion. And what is the speed of monkey? That is given to be 18 km per hour. One very important point is mentioned in the statement. Velocity of monkey with respect to train A. VMA statement has been given. Velocity of monkey with respect to A. That means Vm is not given. If we directly write Vm, it means velocity of monkey with respect to ground. But when we are writing VMA, it means velocity of monkey with respect to A. This is a main important point in this statement. Now, as what we are getting here, velocity of a monkey running on the roof of train A against its motion as observed by a man standing on the ground. So someone is standing here. For him, what is the velocity of monkey when it is running in this particular direction? So let's see how to solve it. So first of all, velocity of monkey with respect to it is given in kilometer per hour. I am converting into meter per hour. This will be 5 meter per second. Another point of sign convention, we have taken this direction, north direction, to be positive. Monkey is moving in the opposite direction, so it will be negative. As per the conventions we are taking. Now we have to calculate velocity of monkey with respect to person on the ground. We can take it as G. Why? Because person is on the ground and ground is at rest. So we can take it as Vm minus 0, that is Vm. So now instead of it, I will use this particular symbol. So now apply this relative velocity concept here in this formula. Vma. This is equal to Vm minus Va. This is the formula. We have not, here while solving the numericals, we are not focusing when the bodies are moving in opposite direction or same direction. We are simply writing this formula. As we are applying sign convention, so automatically that negative, positive sign, this addition will be coming in the results. So no need to remember the results that when the bodies are moving in the opposite direction. You have simply to learn this particular result, that is the difference of two velocities. Now Vma is given to be minus 5. Vm you have to calculate. And what is the velocity of A? That velocity of A, so Va is 15 meter per second. Now you have to calculate Vm. So rearranging, this will come on the right side with a positive sign. 15 minus 5. This is 10 meter per second. It means for a observer on the ground, that means on a platform, if a person is standing, for him velocity of the monkey is 10 meter per second. So again, just see here, as per the figure, A is moving in the north direction, B is in the south direction, monkey is moving obviously towards south direction. So now when a person is standing on the platform, for him the velocity of monkey with respect to ground he has to obtain, as this velocity of monkey with respect to train A is given. So we have to use this particular result. So this is a key point of this question, because here, from here, first point we have noted that it will be negative as per the convention. Second thing, as we have taken Vma, so from here this velocity of monkey with respect to ground or a person on the ground obtained to be 10 meter per second. So this is all for today. As today we have discussed the significance of relative velocity in graphical representations, as well as how to apply the concept of relative velocity in solving numericals. So revise the concepts thoroughly. In the next video also I will cover 2-3 more numericals, so you will get confident on numericals, how to solve numericals. So practice it, revise it, all the concepts you have to do by writing practice. Thank you. Have a nice day.